Hello everyone. Today, I will present my project titled BiTaksi versus Uber, a platform economics comparison in Türkiye. This presentation is prepared for the Econ 327 Digital Economy course. My name is Sedaner Gulbaz, and my student number is 22,70,111,027. The project is conducted under the supervision of Professor Fatih Jamil Ozbugday. In this presentation, I will compare BiTaksi and Uber by focusing on their business models, platform economics characteristics, and the role of regulation in the Turkish market. BiTaksi and Uber are two well-known ride-hailing platforms operating in Türkiye. Both platforms function as digital intermediaries that connect passengers and drivers through mobile applications. In this presentation, I use real-world evidence from their applications and operations in Türkiye. The main goal is to compare their business models, their roles within the platform economy, and how factors such as network effects, switching costs, and regulation influence their performance in the Turkish market. Ride-hailing platforms have become increasingly important because urban transportation is a growing problem in large cities such as Istanbul. In many cases, traditional taxi systems are not able to meet passenger demand, especially during peak hours, bad weather, or busy times of the day. This often leads to long waiting times and uncertainty for passengers. Ride-hailing platforms aim to solve these problems by reducing waiting time and improving the matching process between drivers and passengers through digital applications. In addition, they lower transaction and search costs by providing features such as real-time location tracking, clear price information, and easy payment options. For these reasons, ride-hailing platforms have become an important part of the digital economy. BiTaksi operates as a local, multi-sided digital platform in Türkiye. Its main role is to connect licensed taxi drivers with passengers through a mobile application. One of the key characteristics of BiTaksi is its strong focus on licensed yellow taxis. This means that the platform works within the existing legal taxi framework. BiTaksi uses a commission-based revenue model, where it earns income from each completed ride. Another important feature is its strong cooperation with local authorities, which helps the platform operate smoothly within regulatory boundaries. In addition, BiTaksi offers a simple and localized user interface, making it easy to use for both drivers and passengers. Overall, BiTaksi is deeply integrated into the existing taxi system in Türkiye, which gives it a strong and stable position in the market. Uber, on the other hand, is a global ride-hailing platform operating in many countries. However, in Türkiye, Uber mainly operates through the Uber taxi model due to regulatory restrictions. Uber has a strong global brand and advanced technology, including sophisticated algorithms and extensive use of data. Like BiTaksi, Uber also follows a commission-based revenue model, but its global business model is partially limited in the Turkish market. Both BiTaksi and Uber are clear examples of the platform economy. Neither platform owns vehicles. Instead, they create a digital marketplace where drivers and passengers interact. The platform acts as an intermediary and creates value through coordination, data collection, and efficient matching. By reducing transaction costs, these platforms improve overall market efficiency. Ride-hailing platforms operate as two-sided markets. On one side, there are passengers who demand transportation services. On the other side, there are drivers who supply these services. The platform must carefully balance both sides of the market. If one side leaves the platform, the value of the platform decreases significantly. Therefore, maintaining participation on both sides is essential for platform success. Network effects play a key role in the success of ride-hailing platforms. In the case of BiTaksi, we observe strong local network effects in Türkiye. The platform is widely used in large cities, especially Istanbul, which increases its value for both drivers and passengers. As more users join the platform, waiting times decrease and matching efficiency improves. Uber, on the other hand, benefits from very strong global network effects. However, in Türkiye, its local network effects remain limited. This is mainly due to regulatory constraints that restrict its scale and reduce the number of active drivers and users. As a result, BiTaksi has a stronger local advantage, while Uber's global strength does not fully translate into the Turkish market. Another important concept in platform economics is switching costs. Switching costs make both users and drivers dependent on a specific platform and reduce their willingness to change to an alternative. In ride-hailing platforms, switching costs can include saved payment methods, familiarity with the application interface, and driver's experience with one system. As switching costs increase, users and drivers are less likely to switch platforms, even if another platform offers similar services. This creates platform loyalty and strengthens the market position of the dominant platform. When we look at comparative evidence, we can clearly see how regulation shapes platform outcomes in Türkiye. BiTaksi focuses on licensed taxis and operates fully within the legal framework, which allows it to scale more easily and gain user trust. Uber, however, provides a regulation-limited service in Türkiye, which restricts its operations and reduces its market presence. This comparison shows that regulation directly influences platform design, strategic choices, and overall effectiveness. In this case, regulatory compatibility is more decisive than technological advantage. Both BiTaksi and Uber provide important advantages within the urban transportation system. For users, these platforms offer faster and more convenient transportation by reducing waiting times and making it easier to find a ride. For drivers, they create additional income opportunities and allow more flexible working conditions. In addition, both platforms reduce transaction costs by simplifying the search process, improving payment systems, and providing clear information. By improving the matching between supply and demand, digital platforms contribute to more efficient urban mobility and better use of existing transportation resources. Despite these advantages, both platforms also face several challenges and risks. One major challenge is regulation, which can limit platform expansion and restrict business models, especially in highly regulated markets like Türkiye. Another issue is driver dependency on platforms, as drivers may become economically dependent on a single platform. Data privacy concerns are also increasingly important, since platforms collect and process large amounts of user data. Finally, high entry barriers can reduce competition, which may negatively affect innovation and consumer welfare in the long run. These challenges play a significant role in shaping the long-term sustainability of ride-hailing platforms. To conclude, this comparative analysis clearly shows that platform success depends on more than technological innovation alone. Although Uber dominates the global ride-hailing market with its advanced technology, data-driven systems, and international scale, these advantages do not automatically guarantee success in every country. In Türkiye, BiTaksi holds a strategic advantage because it operates in full alignment with local regulations and is deeply integrated into the existing taxi system. This case demonstrates that regulation plays a more decisive role than innovation in shaping platform competition in the Turkish market. As a result, platforms must adapt their strategies to local legal and institutional environments in order to achieve sustainable success. While preparing this presentation, I realized that regulation can strongly limit the growth and operational flexibility of even the largest global digital platforms. What surprised me the most was observing how a local platform like BiTaksi can outperform a global firm such as Uber when regulation plays a central role in the market. This analysis helped me understand that success in the digital economy is not only about technology, innovation, or global expansion, but also about understanding and adapting to local market conditions. Legal frameworks, public authorities, and institutional structures can significantly influence platform strategies and outcomes. Therefore, local market knowledge is just as important as technological capability in platform-based industries. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.